What if death didn't arrive silently? What if it was announced, and not by machines, not by doctors, but by a cat? This is not a legend. This is not folklore. This is a medically documented story. And once you hear it, you'll never look at animals the same way again. Meet Oscar, the cat who seemed to know when people were about to die. Before you dismiss this as coincidence, consider this. Doctors trusted him. Nurses relied on him. Families were called because of him. And he was right, almost every single time. Oscar lived at the Steere House Nursing and Rehabilitation Center in Providence, Rhode Island. This was not an ordinary nursing home. It specialized in advanced dementia care and end-of-life hospice treatment. Death was not rare here, but Oscar's behavior made it predictable. Oscar wasn't friendly. He didn't cuddle. He didn't seek attention. In fact, staff described him as distant, even aloof, which makes what he did next even more unsettling. One day, Oscar quietly walked into a patient's room. He jumped onto the bed, curled up next to the resident, and stayed. A few hours later, the patient died. No alarms, no emergency calls, just Oscar. At first, no one thought much of it. Then Oscar did it again, and again, and again. Soon, nurses noticed something impossible to ignore. Whenever Oscar chose a patient, that patient died within hours. This wasn't once or twice. It happened dozens of times. Oscar never made mistakes. He never lingered with patients who survived. If Oscar stayed, death followed. Here's where the story takes a chilling turn. The staff stopped questioning it. They started acting on it. Nurses began calling families when Oscar appeared. Not when vitals dropped, not when machines beeped, but when a cat chose a bed. Families rushed in, and almost every time they arrived just before their loved one passed away. Medical equipment failed, human judgment failed, Oscar didn't. Doctors later admitted something shocking. Oscar was more accurate than trained professionals at predicting death. Eventually, one man realized this could not be ignored. Dr. David Dosa, a geriatric physician, worked at Steere House. He witnessed Oscar's behavior firsthand. And as a doctor, he knew what this meant. This wasn't superstition. Dr. Dosa documented Oscar's predictions carefully. Dates, times, outcomes. And what he found stunned the medical community. In 2007, Dr. Dosa published Oscar's story in the New England Journal of Medicine, one of the most respected medical journals in the world. This wasn't a blog post. This wasn't speculation. It was peer-reviewed medical documentation. So the question became unavoidable. How did Oscar know? One leading theory involves biochemistry. As the body shuts down, it releases subtle chemical changes, especially in breath and skin. Humans can't detect them. Cats can. Their sense of smell is thousands of times more powerful than ours. But here's the problem. Other animals didn't do this. Other cats didn't do this. Oscar wasn't trained. He simply knew. Oscar didn't panic. He didn't cry. He didn't run. He lay quietly, sometimes for hours, as if standing guard. And something else became clear. Oscar didn't bring fear. He brought comfort. Families later said Oscar's presence felt calming, like their loved one wasn't alone, like someone or something was there for the final journey. In hospice care, timing matters. Oscar gave families something priceless. Time. Time to say goodbye. Time to hold hands. Time to be present. Oscar changed how the staff viewed death, not as a sudden event, but as a transition, one that could be felt. In 2010, Dr. Dosa expanded Oscar's story into a book titled Making Rounds with Oscar, The Extraordinary Gift of an Ordinary Cat. Oscar became a symbol, not of death, but of dignity at the end of life. If a cat can sense death, what else do animals know that we don't? Science explains some things, but not all things. Oscar exists in that space between medicine and mystery, between biology and something deeper. Oscar continued living at Steere House for many years, doing what he always did, quietly, gently, without explanation. He passed away peacefully years later. Like and subscribe to the channel for more interesting stories.